Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and you guessed it, we're on spooky, misty and cold Nordschleife, and this is going to be a full race replay with me talking along to it from the live stream from a couple of days ago. So I thought we would do this like little fun thing here where you can see all the action from the outside view, whereas if you watch the stream you just get to see me racing from the inside view. So you're going to get to hear my thoughts, and I'll talk you through what's going through my mind at various points, and we can learn about the race and how it unfolds in front of us. So grab yourself a beer and strap in and watch this, because you're going to really like it. But first things first, please hit the like button for my channel. That will help my channel very, very much, and it will help keep me in the algorithm and help new people find the channel also. And if you're just watching this for the first time, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notifications button, and you will see when the videos come up and when we live stream. So with that being said, let's get into the action here. So the race starts. I qualified in 4th place, and you can see that right away we're in a train of 4 cars here. So the key to this part is just to be very patient, and we're just gonna try and stay on the back of this and wait to see if anybody makes a mistake or there is an opportunity to pass. But this time of day on the Schleife, it's so foggy and stuff, and it just looks absolutely amazing to watch. And yeah, so the key is just holding the guy in front of you and stuff, and just like chilling, you know, making sure that you don't go too wide, a little bit like that on the grass and making mistakes. So at this point here, I'm just kind of thinking, well, don't try and do any stupid moves or overtakes or anything like that, because it will end quite badly. And you'll see a little later on, I almost go into the back of Serum, but that's coming up a bit later. So yeah, just trying to chase down everyone here. And when you form a train like this, the new slipstream is only 0.8 seconds back instead of the 1.5. So it's a lot better to try and keep hold of the guy in front of you, so you're not drafting from that sort of like long range behind, you know. So yeah, you've got to stay as close as you can, but be as clean as you can as well, and that's the most important thing there. And with the qualifying for this one, all 4 drivers at the top were separated by less than a second around the 13-mile circuit, so you can just imagine how close that was. So if you watch this right here, I'll go over the grass a little bit, I slam on the brakes, I almost go back to the back of Serum there, but I'm just luckily managed to take avoiding action. So it's very easy to do, just to put your wheel on the grass and just go wide, and it's just something you really want to try and avoid. But at the same time, you've got to push, and there's not like a big margin for error on this track to make those mistakes. So you've really got to push, keep it within the limits, and take your opportunities when they come. So yeah, we've still got a bit of a traffic jam here, and I'm just being very patient. I'm thinking about the points situation right now. I'm not thinking about doing crazy moves or whatever, because it can end wrong and badly for one of your 2 of you. But you're going to see something right now. We go through the right-hander here, and Serum goes a little bit wide. He goes on the grass, and I sneak through and take 3rd place. So just one little mistake like that, you lose your place, and it's hard to get it back. So now I'm chasing down Void, and I tell Void at this point, I tell him to push, push, push. At which point he said he already was. So I was like, okay, awesome. So it's on. So in this one here, we're going to try and catch Yevra in front of us. Yevra was having some stunning pace in these races. He was really fast, and a very hard man to beat. But we'll see what happens in the race. If you haven't seen it, if this is the first time you've seen it, this will be quite exciting to see what happens in the race here. So I'll get behind Void here. I'm getting nice and close, but I think it's at this point, yep, I go over the grass a little bit, I smack off the barrier, and Void thought it was his fault for blocking me, but it wasn't. It's just me pushing a little bit too hard, going a little bit too wide, and luckily I didn't spin the car. But this is really how hard we're pushing. So as you can see from that point, it pushed me a little bit further back into the grip of Serum behind us. So I'm just being extra careful, but I'm being very concerted, just trying to push. And Serum in the back of us just unluckily loses it there through the carousel. So now my main aim is here, just to push and try and get up to Void again, try and get in the slipstream range, keep it nice and tidy, And this right here, as you can see, I'm really pushing 110% here. I'm really going for it. It looks a lot different from out of car than it does in the car at the time. You just go on feel and visuals, and here you can actually see how hard we're actually pushing every single lap. So yeah, this was for 2 laps. All the big Nürburgring 24 and the Schleife races were for 2 laps, just to give it like an extra length and dimension in the race. So taking the maximum edge of curb there, making sure my lines are nice and wide, so just pushing the maximum, just trying to get every single thousandth of a second I can out of the guys in front, because you've really got to give it your all, and you've got to put them under pressure, and especially here where it's very hard to overtake unless you're on the back straight. You really have to make sure they know that they're going to be under pressure from you. But the top 2 guys ahead of me now, Void and Yevra, were pushing extremely hard, and the deltas weren't going down by very much, like little tiny margins at a time. So it stayed like relatively static at this point. But yeah, you've always got to make sure that guy is sweating. He's keeping an eye on his delta, his mirrors, his radar. He knows that you're there. But with Void as well, Void was in really top form for these races. The fact that we were able to push right to the end in terms of points as well was an incredible achievement by us. We used to do these kind of things back in the day in GT5 and GT6, but now we've actually done this on GT Sport for you guys to see. You can actually see the true extent to how we like to push hard on the Nürburgring circuits. So right here down the back straight, I remember saying to Void, I says, I'm not in the suck range, the slipstream range. I was literally just out of it. I was like 0.85 tenths behind him. So if that was the old slipstream, I would have just cruised up behind him pretty much and been able to overtake, which is kind of lame. So there's a lot of skill involved here. So with that gap there, I'm not in his slipstream at this point. So the good thing about that is as well, no dirty air too. So whoa, back end of the car, trying to get a bit loose there in the brake, and I see start a squirrel. So here we go then. So that's completed lap 1. We're now going to start the final lap, and I've got to push here and try and get the Void, see if I can maybe find a way past on the circuit, obviously very cleanly, try and take that position, with Void being the main rival, and Yevra as well. Every point counts at this actual level and place. So the more points I can take from him and vice versa, the better it would be for me, or the better it would be for him. But he's pushing very hard here, and he's going to go around the right-hander and through the left-hander, and he's going to have a little bit of a wiggle here. He goes off a little bit wide, he managed to recover. I told him on the left side, I keep as far left as I can, and I've made the overtake. So very unlucky there, but yeah, look at this, like, oh, I almost dropped it there as well, just going full speed and taking some grass and then some more, you know. So yeah, little things like this you just don't see from the in-car and the replay because it goes so fast too. So it's good to watch this back and just analyze your performance, and you get to look at the things that you do, the things you could do better, and the things that other people are doing around you as well. So I always like to analyze replays and just look back and see what happened all throughout the field. More so really in analysing my own performance, seeing where I can go faster, where I was slow, seeing where I can push and improve. Because it's all about trying to push to improve, to go faster, to learn more, to go better. This section right here, I was really pushing all through the event, all through the 6 races we did. Well, when we did this track anyway. I was really good at that section there. I found a very nice line, a very good braking technique to go very smoothly through there. But yeah, I started to catch Yevra here in P1. He did type a little bit, and he said in the chat, "You guys scare me," and he typed something else. I was kind of thinking to myself, well, I'm catching you, man, and if you keep typing, I'm gonna get you. So this was actually my main goal at this point. You see first place in your sights, you're gonna push the maximum you can, taking all the curve there as you see, to try and hunt them down, and you really want that position. And that would be 10 points for me, and that would be happy, happy days. So my main focus is keeping my line super crisp now. I'm watching my acceleration points. I'm not pushing over like the maximum. I'm just making sure it's bang on the maximum, so it's smooth. I'm bouncing off the curbs and the right edges here. I'm just trying to keep the car exactly where I need it to be. And yeah, we're coming down to the section that me and Void refer to as the Baz Straight, as Baz himself would tell you, and Void as well. So a good place to overtake, but I'm not in the suck range here. I'm not in the slipstream gap at all. So I've just got to try and keep my line nice and smooth. I try to keep over to the left hand side to clip all 4 apexes through here the best that I can, just to make sure I get the fastest line through. And this part here is very fast and flowing, and the Porsche isn't that great on this part of the section, but Yevra is in the Porsche in front of me anyway, and Void is in the Mercedes GT3 behind the AMG. So he has higher top speed through that section, but me and Yevra have lower top speed. But we obviously have better handling through the handling sections of the course too. So myself and Void discussed after this race, we felt that the track had like a little bit less grip than it would do in normal like daylight conditions, and I have to say I do agree with that. It does kind of feel that the actual temperature change and the less grip is slightly muddled here. If anyone knows any different, feel free to correct me and drop a comment down below. But just going by feeling and what we know and the times that we can do, it just feels like there's a lack of grip at like a twilight or nighttime in the circuit. So yeah, just something we notice and just something to pay attention to perhaps if you're ever doing like an evening or a night race on these tracks as well. So yeah, the gap to Yevra is coming right down now. I'm chasing him hard. This is my favorite section of the Nordschleife from Nürburgring 24. Going over these curbs, keeping the line smooth, pushing hard, and he drops it unfortunately, and I was super unlucky. But I was within a second of him there, put him under some serious pressure too. So unlucky there, buddy. You did really good. You're very fast, but next time don't type, because if you type, TJ will catch you, man. Just don't type, you know. So yeah, so that's something to learn for next time as well. But that's something we discussed in the stream as well. If you ever have like an incident or whatever, just don't type. Sort it out after the race, because we can always look into that as well. But yeah, you're just going to slow yourself down. If you crash off, typing, it's not something you need to be doing, you know. If you do it super quick, fine, okay. But if you're writing out like a big long sentence and say, "Why did you knock me off, bruh?" and stuff, that's just going to slow you down even more and just going to ruin your race. I mean, I got knocked off in one of these races as well. I was in P3 and I got spun round down to P9 and 10, and I fought back all the way to the top of the field there, up to 3rd place I believe it was. So yeah, there's no need to type. You just put your head down, you get on with it, you do your apexes, you make sure your brake and accelerating points are just where they need to be, and you just smash it. Keep your head down and concentrate. It's the best thing you can do to get revenge in that sort of way. So yeah, so the race is almost over. We're in 1st place. That's Void right behind us. Void managed to get past Yevra as well. And yeah, it's been a very frantic race, but a very quick race at the same time. So yeah, it just can go over the blink of an eye. You think 2 laps around this place is a long time? Not when you're concentrating, it's not. It's super, super quick. So down the final long straight we go then. And I'm just thinking at this point, just relaxed and just kind of happy that I've managed to come from 4th to 1st place. And yeah, it's pretty chilled, making sure I don't make any mistakes in the final section, and just bring it home. So very happy. Round the last corner, I'm going to have a cheeky flash the lights here because I like to do that as well, and victory. So there we go, guys. That was a full race replay from the live stream. I hope you like this. Let me know if you want to see some more. So please remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you again next time. This is TJ. Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye bye for now.